guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'll be making a delicious Belizean milk cake. It took me a while before I made this video because I wanted to come up with my own recipe for the cake, which I finally did, and I'm so excited to share it with you guys. What is the Belizean milk cake? It's a delicious vanilla cake covered in homemade caramel. And the reason we say milk cake because the caramel is made out of condensed milk, and we make it into a caramel. All right, so let's get started.
All right, guys, so I got three options to get the caramel for the cake. The first one is this canned one. It's already caramelized and they sell it at the store, but I don't really like it. It has a different flavor as to the one that you make at home. This is like your last choice. If you want a cake and you don't have time to boil your milk, you will buy this one. I'm not going to use this one today. All right, my second choice is this. So I'm going to be baking my milk. So I just have like a little baking pan with half it with water, and to that I add my 2 cans of milk in a smaller pan, which I'm going to cover with foil. So make sure you cover it really good. Alright, and I have too much foil, so I'm going to take some off. And then I'm going to place it in the pan. Alright, much better. I got rid of some of the extra foil that I didn't need. Again, make sure it's covered and you seal it really good. This will go in the water and bake for 3 to 4 hours. In 2 hours, check your pan, and if the water dry out, just add some more water, and then you can check the color of your milk, and then you go from there. So now I have my third choice, which is the boiling of the milk. I've always scared of boiling my milk because I hear stories about it, milk exploding if the water runs out. I don't know how true that is, but I'm so scared. I usually have my sister boil my milk for me. But yes, this takes 3 to 4 hours. Just make sure your milk is always submerged in water. Keep an eye on it and keep adding water to it. Alright, so I am going with my second choice, which I'll be baking my milk. Alright, so this is how it looks after 3 hours baking in the oven at 400 degrees. It's very runny, but don't worry, once this cools, it's gonna be completely thick. And just go check, make sure the bottom is fully cooked and brown as the top. And let it cool completely before you frost your cake. Alright, I'm gonna start with 3 cups of all-purpose flour that I'm gonna sift so that there's no lumps. Okay, so milk cake is a cake that you do not waste in a Belizean household, and I can think about pretty much every Belizean love milk cake. I've never found one Belizean that don't love milk cake. Milk cake and lemon pie, you do not waste. Alright, and it's important that all your ingredients is at room temperature. Your milk, your butter, your eggs. Right now to this I'm going to add 3 teaspoons of baking powder. That's so I don't forget, because making a cake and you forget your baking powder, that's not good. Alright, I have 1 3/4 cups of sugar. I got 3 whole eggs plus 4 egg yolks, 2 stick butter. I got 1 cup of evaporated milk. And to my milk, so I don't forget, I'm gonna add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract and 3 tablespoons of oil. Guys, oil makes your cake moist. If you can make cake with just oil, that will be awesome, but it don't have flavor. That's why we use butter. All right, I'm gonna start by creaming my butter and my sugar until it's light and fluffy. That will take around three to 5 minutes. I'm gonna beat it on my mixer at like a 6, a medium high. All right, so halfway through, you're gonna stop your beater and scrape down the edge of your bowl. Then you're gonna continue beat it until it's light and fluffy. See, right now it's still, you can still see the sugar. So you're gonna beat it some more until it's light and fluffy. Alright, so it's been like 5 minutes and you can see the difference. The butter is light in color and it's really fluffy. And so now we're going to start adding our eggs one by one. Now I'm gonna put my mixer on 2 and start dropping my eggs one by one, okay? All right, I'm gonna scrape down my bowl again. Make sure you get everything from the bottom of the bowl. Alright, at this point I'm going to start adding my flour. It's going to be 3-part flour, 2-part milk. I'm going to start with flour and with flour. Alright, start by adding your flour. put your mixer on 2. You don't want to be over mixing it. That's why I have it on 2. Then the flour will start turning gluten and it's going to get hard or tender. I pour half of my milk. I'm going to add my second part of flour. For the remainder of my milk. And then throw in the rest of your flour in. Okay, as soon as all the flour get incorporated, you turn off your beater and scrape down the edge of your bowl and the bottom. Okay, and then I'm gonna beat it for 30 seconds at 2, at the lowest speed. Alright, so I beat it for 30 seconds and you get a nice thick batter. Give it a stir if you see any flour on top. But the smell of this smells delicious. Nice and thick. Alright, so I got 2 8-inch pan that I'm gonna grease and flour. And don't use butter to grease your pan, use oil, it works better. And I cut out 2 wax paper that I'm gonna line the bottom of my pans with. Alright, so I divided the batter evenly in my pan, and these will bake for 35 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, or until your stick comes out clean. Alright, so it's nice and brown and you can tell that it's ready because the edges pull away from the pan. Let it cool completely before you frost your cake. Alright, just take a knife and scrape the edge of the cake to let it come loose from the sides. Alright, remember to take your wax paper off. And then guys, I forgot to take the little top off the bottom cake layer. So you can cut that off so you have an even cake. Okay, give your milk a good stir. And I like to frost my cake when my milk is warm. Not hot, but warm, because it spreads better. So if you spread your milk on the cake when it's like completely cool, it kind of break your cake apart. Alright, now do the same for your second cake. Then I'm going to cut the dome off because I forgot to do it for the first one. And this is just so you have an even cake. Alright, so the bottom side will be up, so the top will be even. Alright, and just have fun frosting your cake. Now guys, you see the difference when you boil your milk? You get a smooth finish to the milk. This one you can see it's not that smooth, but it still tastes great.
What?
Alright, and just continue frosting the side. Cool thing about milk cake, you don't have to be perfect. As long as you get all that delicious milk on top, that's the most important part. Alright, so with the remainder of my milk that I have, I'm gonna put it in a piping bag with just a star tip. Alright, I'm just gonna pipe some stars on it just to fancy it up a little bit. This is optional, you don't have to do this. So for this cake, I'm gonna add some sprinkles on it, but you can do whatever. You can do frosting, you can decorate it with some roses, you can do some cherries and pecans, or just leave it plain. It's up to you, however you like it. I forgot to mention, before I start starring my cake, I put my milk in the fridge just so it get cold and thicken more for like 5 minutes. right, now it's sprinkle time. All right, now it's time to dig in, okay? Guys, so let me know, give this cake a try. Let me know how it comes out. And thank you for watching. And please don't judge me. I'm gonna eat this big old slice, okay? I hope you enjoy.